I'm John Urban of Mustangs TV. On this edition of Behind the Mask, Katie Jacobs of your Western women's hockey team. Katie, first of all, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we got to come out of the gate and say it. Unfortunately, you have an all-white mask currently playing for these Western Mustangs backing up Kelly Campbell. So this right here is actually one of your older pieces, but I'm guessing, despite that it's an oldie, it's a goodie.
It's a Grady.
So let's talk about it from front to back. Starting off, Jacobs on the front with a little bit of the graffiti-style writing. Was that something that you came up with, or the designer?
A little bit of both. He was kind of into that stuff, and I was like, yeah, go nuts. Just put my name right here.
Now, there's a lot of comic book characters on this mask. I'm assuming you're a comic book girl growing up?
I was, yes. Very interested in them. Superman, obviously, was my favorite, but my favorite villain would have been the Joker. It's kind of like a devil on the shoulder kind of
Devil
thing.
Angel
Yeah.
side. So we'll take a look on this side. You actually have Superman, who was created by a Canadian. If I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did, yes.
So we got a little Canadian connection there as well. And despite the fact this was a mask before you became a Western Mustang, but I still see some purple paint on it.
There is. Purple's always been near and true.
So it was almost a calling to come to Western then.
Yeah, it was convenient.
And then on the flip side, we got the Joker, as you were saying, the Devil's Advocate, and the two kings and the two aces there in the cards. Is there any significant meaning behind that?
It just kind of almost spells Katie, just missing a couple letters here. So, yeah. I think it was a coincidence, but I could be wrong.
Now, a goalie mask is obviously one of the most personable and customizable pieces of equipment in all of sport. But what a lot of people see on the outside, they don't see on the backside. And there seems to be a lot of personal messages that goalies throw on there. Is there anything on the back of your mask that people want to see?
There is. It says, the best way to figure out who you are is to get to that place where you don't have to be anything else. So that was obviously one of my favorite quotes when I was in high school when I had this.
Now, where'd you get that quote from?
It just seemed fitting when you're on the ice. You kind of forget about everything and you're just in your element, like you're doing you and only you. So it's just getting to that place where you're just yourself.
So coming full circle, we talked about your white bucket here at Western, but I kind of put it in your ear over the last couple practices. We got to get you a painted mask. And if you were to get one, do you have any ideas of creativity already on your brain?
I have some ideas. I'd definitely incorporate the Mustang, obviously, where I'm not sure. I think I would have to stick with the comic book theme a bit, definitely.
Maybe some comic book Mustangs?
Right? That would be interesting. I could do that.